Thank you so much for tuning into your February readings. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If you guys are new here to my channel, my name is Bloom, and this is Blooming Woman. This is going to be your intuitive readings for the month of February. And for all of the returning subscribers, welcome back to another reading for the month. All right? So I already pulled you guys' cards, and I just want to make sure that everything over here is looking good. Let me just wipe the camera off. Sorry, y'all. I just got to make sure before getting started. Hope the lighting is okay. And yes, okay, so for those of you guys who are new, timestamps will be posted shortly after the live stream. I know some people who don't even put timestamps on their, videos, but regardless, if you scroll through it, you'll see the different elements. So let's get started. Oh, yes. We're going to go ahead and do the different elements. We're going to start off with fire element, then we're going to go all the way to water element. It's going to be the last one. So let's get started with fire elements. Fire element, this is going to be for Aries, which is Amen Ra. This is also going to be for Sekhmet, which is going to be Leo. And then, of course, Neat Sagittarius, right? And if you guys are interested in knowing more about those deities and whatnot, I do have videos on those deities, and I have more videos to come about those deities as well in the future. So let's see what we have going on for fire elements. Welcome in, fire elements. Thank you so much for tuning into your reading for the month of February. All right, fire elements, here's what we have going on for you. This month so far, you probably already feel it, but there is a lot of magic inside of the air, okay? You guys are going to see some things that you may have thought were impossible to achieve, some things that you may have thought were impossible to find within yourself. You finally feel like you have the courage within yourself to move forward in certain situations that made you uncomfortable in the past. You guys are finally seeing a level of respect happen for others upon you, but mostly the level of respect that you're having for yourself, so that way that you don't even really care about what others think about you, or those things that made you feel insecure at one point doesn't really make you so insecure anymore. So you guys are really going through a lot of reflecting this month, a lot of understanding who you are, understanding what your needs are, understanding what it is that you want. Let me put this thing on one color. Understanding what it is that you want, understanding what it is that you value, understanding what it is that you care for, okay? So that's what it's all about for you guys this month. Trusting in the unknown is also coming through for you guys, because you guys have magic. So things that you typically would fear, things that you typically feel is like a burden or hard or a little bit difficult for you, but you know you want it. Now's the time to face your fears. Now's the time to seriously be courageous this month. You may find yourself this month more inclined to honoring spiritual energies that are around you. So deities and, certain gods and goddesses, certain spirit guides that you may have within within your little bubble, within your little family in the spirit realm. Some of you may have loved ones that passed away. Some of you may have had just people that you know that have passed on that you may know or may not know are watching over you, or at least there to guide you in certain situations. Not force you, but kind of just throw signs to you because they may be able to help you and support you. This is a time where you guys are being asked to really honor the deities that are around you, okay? We have Ma'at here. So what does that mean? That means that, yeah, when you're going out into nature, throw some seeds out. When you're outside in nature, when you throw away your food, the scraps of your food, keep it separate from your trash and put it inside of like a bag on the side. And then maybe once a week, you go outside and you go to a little spot in nature and you dump all of those scraps from, natural foods like fruits and vegetables, all those scraps. You go and you put them out inside of nature maybe once a week this month. And maybe you continue doing on that habit for longer than this month. But regardless of the fact, you're going to do this because this is one way that you can honor your deities. Another way you can do it is you can give libation, and you can really go ahead and just take a jar, put some water in it, pray over the water, and pour it back into the earth. Or maybe you put some herbs in there, maybe some chamomile, maybe some teas, and you just pour it back into the earth. Or you just tell your guidances, thank you. You just say thank you. You feel love, and you feel the love, and you have the intention of love for your support system in the spirit realm. All right. Now, when we also think about Ma'at, which is Ma'at over here, we're also thinking about the vulture. And the vulture is on top of her head. Now, the vulture is coming through for you guys to really tell you about cleaning up the mess, right? So you may find yourself this month, and especially more towards the beginning of the month, right? So right around this time onward, where you may look back and see what a mess you've made. It could be a mess that you made. It could be a mess that a family member made. It could be a mess that somebody else made. It could just be a mess that has occurred over time naturally. But you're looking around and you're looking from a perspective of your own, and you're seeing, wow, I've got to clean up some things here. So while the vulture goes out and it scavenges the scraps of other animals and dead carcasses and roadkill, now is your time to dive into that ability to really organize and clean up your own act this month. Hold yourself accountable for where you feel like you may have fallen short. Hold others accountable for their behaviors, and keep in mind about who it is that causes a mess for you in your life, just so you know how to move around those individuals. Now's the time where you're going to want to probably be more organized. Now the time where you're probably going to want to clean up how you look on your appearance. You might want to clean up your house, your car, you just want to reorganize and clean up. And also on an energetic level, you want to take off the stench. You want to take off the energy. You want to take off the thoughts, the projections, the insecurities of other people that they have shunned on you, from either placing judgments or having too much of an opinion on what it is that you're doing with your life. You want to clean that up. So saging yourself, working out, sweating, stretching, doing energy healing, listening to natural nature sounds or natural acoustic instruments will also help you in cleaning up the mess physically, emotionally, and also mentally and spiritually. Also, we have here an oracle card that is telling you to go with the flow, right? So it's not so much about controlling other people's actions, but it's more so about just going with the flow and standing strong in what it is that you know that you are. So there may be some things that may be a little chaotic this month with work. You may feel a lot of pressure from work, You may feel a lot of pressure from work, whether you work on your own or whether you work for a company. You may just feel like, oh gosh, it's taxes time, all that stuff. You may feel some pressures and some pressures when it comes to your work life. But the thing is, this month you guys have magic on your side. So what you think is impossible is actually very possible for you. And what you guys need to do is make sure that you are just going with the flow. Meet the problems face to face. Don't run away from them. Don't try to go over them, under them. If an issue comes in front of your face, deal with it. Clean it up right there and then, and go with the flow. If life tells you to wait, sign after sign, wait. And if within the next day, if life tells you to act really quick and go fast, go with the flow. All right? So that's what it's all about, is really just tuning into your environment, tuning into the energies, and tuning into the pace without trying to control anything. Because when you control things, it's because you're afraid of losing control. So this month, you guys also have courage, facing your fears. And it is upside down. So this may be something that you may have avoided recently, is change. Things changing around you. Things changing around you means that you also need to change in order to adapt. Right? You don't have to change your core values or morals, but you may have to change the way that you're going about doing things. You may have to change your thinking patterns into more optimistic thinking patterns. You may have to change the way that you view yourself and the way that you view your abilities and the way that you view your own personal power and strength. So that way you don't keep finding yourself in the same predicaments. This is not a time to shy away from change. This is a time to embrace change. This is a time to be courageous. This is time to turn things the right way around and get back on your path. What is the worst that could happen? All right? So really be courageous this month. You guys are also just being asked to be courageous as well when it comes to manifesting your dreams. Overall, I see a really strong pull with family. I'm seeing some family dysfunctions or a lot of understanding happening with family matters, whether this is your own personal family, whether this is the future family that you want to create for yourself, or whether this is your family that you have, like really right now, friends or blood relatives. You really have this inner yearning within yourself to have a healthy family, to have a healthy household. And this is something that I'm seeing that you guys are needing to manifest. Because we have the water element here, you do have to be a little creative. You do have to be a little flexible. What you may have grown up accustomed to may not be exactly what you need to do to carry on to your childhood. And some of that you have to clean up this month. Some of that you have to look for. The insight that comes to you when you say, wow, my parents beat me. But you know what? I don't have to carry that trait on to my children because it didn't help me. So I'm not going to beat my children. I'm going to give them disciplinary action by reasoning and understanding and in other means. It could be anything. It could be the food that you feed your kids. It could be anything, right? But this is really coming through to tell you that you're going to have to be flexible and you're going to have to be more adaptable. So ask yourself, where is it that you can be more flexible? Where is it that you may be too rigid upon yourself or others? That is not necessary, right? Where can you be more free-flowing? Water element also talks about wisdom. which is everything about the vulture. But water element talks about wisdom. So you guys may receive a lot of insights this month, a lot of signs. And to be completely fair and honest with everyone, there's always insight. There's always signs. This whole life that we're living is to teach us lessons. It is to grow. It is to heal. So there's always going to be signs. But here's the thing. This month for fire elements, your ears are going to be very sharp to those signs. So listen to your gut instinct. Pay attention to these signs when they come through. I'm also feeling like some of you guys, especially with my aunt here and family here, I'm picking up that you guys are also wanting more union inside your life, more balance, more stability, more stable energy. And what it's coming through is you guys have to have that stable energy within yourself, right? Depending on how much fire is in your chart, you guys may have that restless energy. You may have that ability to charge forward, but not every situation in life calls for that energy. So you have to be flexible. We also have here wise woman of the grove. All right, this looks like a Native American elder. So this is talking about grace, right? This is talking about grace, and this is telling you that you have to understand, really, this is a month for you to understand, to pick your battles wisely. Some people, it's not worth them understanding you. If you disagree, that's fine. You can disagree and still hold your stance because you're still going to go about the way that you choose to. But make sure that you're picking your battles wisely. And completely, this is actually not a month to battle. This is not a month to battle. This is not a month to get in arguments, get in conflict. This is a month to know that you know the truth. To know that whatever it is that you believe in other than you or your higher self knows the truth. Your soul knows the truth. God knows the truth. The universe knows the truth. And that's all that matters. So this month, be peace. Be in the energy of peace. Be in the energy of stability. Be in the energy of knowing where you stand and standing strong in it without needing to convince others. And when you walk around with that energy, that is what's going to happen. As within, so without. As above, so below. Right? I see towards the second half of the month, you guys may already be feeling this, but really there's going to be more opportunities towards the second half of the month to really sit back and be in stillness. And if you guys aren't doing this, find some time to really just reflect. Reflect on yourself. Reflect on who it is that you are. Look back at all that you have accomplished and find reasons to celebrate. Find reasons to be confident. You know, you can look at your life and you can look at all the negatives. You can look how everything is wrong. You can look at how everything hasn't been working. Or you can say, I'm going to clean this up like the vulture so that things can be in harmony and balance. And in order to gain that strength, let me look at what I have done that is positive. Let me look at what I have gone through and made it out of. Look at yourself in your reflection. Look at how much you've built. Look at how far you've come so you can tap into your inner strength and courage that you will be needing this month and throughout the rest of your life in order to manifest your dreams. It's also important right now for you guys to have a realization of what those dreams are. So you may want to journal. What is it about my family that I love? Or how is it that, what traits do I want to carry on with my own family? Where can I bring in more balance? Where can I be more flexible? Right? And most of all, for you guys, really making sure that you're not taking life too seriously this month. You do want to have a lot of lightheartedness. There's a lot of serious things happening. There's a lot of, you being really serious and goals and being very driven this month and accomplishing things. But I do see that spirit is on your side. You guys have magic here. So I do see that things will be falling in place regardless, as long as you show up and show out. Things will fall in place. But make sure that you're not taking things too serious. Make sure that you're enjoying yourself. And if you're not enjoying yourself, ask yourself why and do things that are more enjoyable for you, or find reasons to enjoy what it is that you have to get done, whether you like it or not. So really it's about playful energy. You guys watch comedy, laugh, be your own comedian, laugh at yourself, laugh at your mistakes. Don't take yourself too seriously, and don't take others too seriously. If somebody has something bad to say about you, it's comical because you know exactly about yourself. If somebody has something hurtful to say about you, if somebody doesn't believe in your values, if they think you're going throughout life the wrong way, you can laugh at them because they don't even listen. They don't even, they don't even devote the time to listen to you, to empathize and understand what your values are. So why would they have any say on what it is you should or should not do if they're not even listening, right? Because if they were listening, they would understand what you want to do and what you don't want to do. Okay? So yes, you guys, make sure that you hit the like button, of course, if you're enjoying watching this right now. And you guys, if you're interested in a personal reading, you can go ahead and book that. Check out the description box below the video and you will see links. You will see links to book a personal reading. Also, if you're interested in crystal pendants, I do have handmade Ankh pendants on the website. I'm just looking inside my pendant hanger here. Like this beautiful one right here. This is the Light Bringer. This is available on bloomingwoman.com. The link's inside the description box for that. And you can see how beautiful that is. It's a full necklace, crystal. This is clear quartz, and you have labradorite. And there's also other types of crystals as well. So yeah, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into this reading for the month. And I'm wishing you guys the best of luck and take care. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next sign. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, now we're going to go to Earth Element. Earth Element, how are you guys doing? Are you enjoying the weather? Are you enjoying your life? Are you enjoying the environment? Let's see what we have going on for you for the month of February. Right off the bat, we have connection here with the tree. Feeling connected with yourself. Feeling connected with your soul. Feeling connected with nature. Right? All right, so okay, Earth elements. This month is a month that's going to call for you guys to have a lot of strength. You do need to pull in this month. You have to pull into your warrior energy. There will be a lot of circumstances overall throughout the entire month that may make you face your fears, that may make you really question whether or not you should do something. But this is a time to really trust in the unknown. Things that you are unaware of how they're going to turn out. Things that you're unaware of how they're going to unfold. It's time to actually trust the unknown. You know that you have to do it, or you know that you really want to do it. You know that it's something that you have to do in order to get to where it is that you want to be. But a part of you is tense about it, or just a little bit reluctant to move forward with it, that is because there may be a little bit of fear inside of you, right? That you may or may not be aware of, but there could be fear. So what it is for you guys to really trust in the unknown. Trust in the unknown, because there is a light. It may be really little, it may not shine so much clarity on you, but there is a light. And that's why you're being drawn to go that direction. This month is going to require for you to be extremely flexible as well, like the willow tree, because your flexibility is what's going to give you strength this month. Your flexibility is what's going to give you the courage this month. Your flexibility is what's going to make you strong. It's going to be what's giving you power. When you say, okay, man, I gotta write this song, but in order to write the song, I have to learn how to use this equipment, because this equipment is needed on this song. But I'm scared because I don't want to put so much time into that. Maybe you might have to be flexible and try to learn on a new task this month. You may need to be flexible and try to learn on something that you're not used to doing. You may have to be flexible and bend a certain way, do something differently, or take on a task that you're unsure of, that you probably never done in your life or don't have much experience on. But make sure that you guys trust, because I'm seeing that you guys are still connected with your goals. You're connected with your spiritual path. You're connected with everything. You have a type of awareness, okay? Earth elements, Ptah, Taurus, okay, Amut, Capricorn, okay, Aset, Virgo. You have a sense of understanding your environment and connecting with nature and being very grounded, right? So you guys are extremely connected this month, though. You're connected with the energies that surround you, and you're connected with your own personal power, your own personal signs, your own personal ambition. You know what is best for you. You guys know yourself very well, because yourself is your comfort. Yourself is your stability. You're used to that energy. And some of you are drawn to what it is that you're used to. Now, this is a month where you're going to surprise yourself, because you're going to see that it's not always about what it is that you're used to. Because if you only stay with that, you may be enabling yourself to stay limitless. To stay limited, And instead, you want to water yourself to be limitless. So you want to be more flexible, and this month, you want to do things that you're not used to. So you'll surprise your own self. Now, we have the Messiah people here of Kenya and of Tanzania. So these people here have stayed in their strength, their warrior energy. They have stood like a tree, like a druid. They have stood like a rooted person and of people, and they have stood strong to their culture, no matter what has happened in their actual immediate environment. They have stood strong to their culture, their clothing, their way of living, their way of cultivating, their way of farming, their way of hunting. They have stood strong. Even although miles away, there's people that are modernized and living a whole different culture. They have stood very strong to their culture. And it is telling you to stay strong and rooted in your beliefs, but also find a way to be flexible. All right. So it really is about that balance, but it's about also just having the courage and being fearless, because you know at the end of the day that you will always be you. And it's important to not fear change or fear changing yourself, because at the end of the day, it's still you. It's just an improved version of you, okay? Or a version of you that has another task or has another skill set. This type of energy and these type of experiences that are going to be thrown to your face this month is also going to emphasize and bring upon way more healing, as we hear the water going in the background here. Way more healing, washing away your fears, washing away your doubts. Those doubts I'm seeing, you guys, the doubts that you had, you'll see that the only person that was in the way of those doubts or achievements was your own self. This is going to cause a lot of healing for you, because there's going to be a lot of wisdom that comes in this month. I do see you guys succeeding this month with your life mission, with your spiritual journey this month. You will be succeeding because we're ending the month off with transmutation. So you guys have rose above what it is that you rose above the flame. You rose above what was putting you under pressure. You rose above what was making you uncomfortable. And you rose above it. You rose above the darkness. You rose above the uncomfortability. Or the uncomfortableness. And you've transmuted yourself. And you've transmuted the energy by changing the ways that you go about things. Now I'm seeing that this energy for you, earth elements, goes holistically, like all around. I feel like this energy for you isn't just in one area in your life. I see this energy in multiple areas of your life where you're needing to be more flexible with yourself and your mind and your thoughts. I'm seeing this energy being very, very strong within your personal matters and within your matters outside of yourself, okay? With the attachments you have inside of your world, work, relationships. It is really about self-development and finding your own inner power. And then everything around you is just going to be connected and sync up. All right? So thank you so much, my dear earth elements. Thank you so much for tuning into this reading. Now, if you guys are interested in a personal reading, you can just easily schedule a reading with me and book those services through the links that I have already for you inside of the description box below. You can also find handmade crystal pendants. I do have handmade macrame ankhs that I made by myself, and these ankhs are charged. First of all, they're ankhs, so they're already a powerful symbol, and it represents being. So whatever life you speak into an ankh is exactly what it's going to be. It's going to emphasize that. Not only that, but it's a crystal ankh, so it has an energy with it. And you guys can go and check out that inside the description box below if you are interested in purchasing an ankh from me. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to your reading with Blooming Woman. All right. I'm wishing you guys the best for this month. I hope that you guys believe in yourself, which I know you will. I hope that you guys trust yourself, which I know that you will. And yeah, surprise your own self. Thank you so much, you guys. Moving on to the next sign. This is going to be for the air elements. And if you're watching right now and you haven't hit the like button, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit the like button. By hitting the like button, you're also helping my channel grow. You're also helping for my content to get out there, to reach other people that are also going to benefit from this video, like how you're benefiting from this video. All right. Now, before we go to air elements, people, I'm going to go grab some water. I'm going to go grab some water element. having some trouble getting the water open, so put that to the side for now. All right, so welcome in, my dear air elements. This is going to be for Ma'at, Libra. This is going to be for okay, my brain. This is going to be for Ma'at, Libra. This is going to be for Shu and Tefnut, Gemini. And of course, it's going to be for Happy Asar, Ma'at Happy Asar, which is Aquarius. All right. My dear air elements, welcome in. This month is going to be a month where I'm seeing a lot of self-love coming through for you guys. And not just self-love, but courage is a big theme for all the signs right now, just so you know as well. So whether this is your rising, your moon, or your Venus, you want to look at those signs as well. And I'm going off of Vedic astrology because it has sidereal, so it's not just going based off of just one thing. So the degrees are just a little bit different, but it is really what's going on in the sky. So if you guys want, just make sure that you look at your rising sign, moon sign, and Venus sign as well. But overall, a lot of signs are having a look into courage and strength and personal willpower, but not in a aggressive way, but in like a really graceful and mature way and balanced way. So you guys, the courage for you this month, and this is going to lead on to the next month, honestly, is self-love. This is a time where you guys are going to be focusing on self-love. I also see the number 7 here. And this number is also about spirituality. Putting spirituality first, putting your own values first, your own morals first, your spiritual beliefs first. Having integrity with yourself when it comes to those things. You're being asked to love yourself more. Speak kindness to yourself. If you want respect from others, if you want respect just in your environment, not necessarily from others, but if you just want to be respected, you have to feel respectful. You have to be respectful, and you also have to feel as if you deserve respect, right? Feel as if you deserve the love. Because it's really about, this is going to be a month where you guys are going to be really seeing some patterns within yourself, mentally and also emotionally. You're going to see some energetic, etheric cords that you may have thought weren't attached to people that are still attached to people. The way others viewed you, what others people had to think about you. Those things may have caused some insecurities in you, and you may have thought, hey, I'm over that. But really, on a deeper level, energetically, it's still there. Within the subtle body, you're still carrying these energies of self-doubt or energies of not deserving more within you. So now the time to see what it is that you deserve. Love yourself more. Take care of yourself more. I also see here, re-energize your life. Now this card is coming through as Chinese feng shui. Now, right off the bat, we do see protection here because we have this statue, and this statue symbolizes protection. This is why you'll see people who just put statues at the top, like at their home. They'll put statues at their home, whether it's a lion, it could be a statue of Sir Ket. I mean, it could be literally a statue of anything, but it is for protection. It is to ward off evil energies. And this is what you're going to be focusing on in your life. And if you aren't focusing on it, it is really a great time to jump on these energies of creating more balance inside of your environment. So within your home, getting rid of things that bring you bad memories. Within your circle, getting rid of people that cause harm to you. Creating a clear boundary. If you're every time you're around this person, they have nothing good to say about you. If every time you're around this person, they're always critiquing you, they're always asking questions, but you don't ever see yourself in the mode of asking questions, you always see yourself in the mode of answering questions. No, that's not what we're doing. So the feng shui in your home and the feng shui in your circle of friends. Before, you don't need anybody, right? We do need people to support us. We do need support systems in life. But for you particular air elements, you got to show up for yourself first. So that way when others don't show up for you, it doesn't sting as hard. And that energy doesn't stick with you, and you don't attract people to you who do those things to you. So it's time for you to stick up for yourself. It's time for you to support your own self. It's time for you to know that you got your back at the end of the day. It's self-love month for you. So yes, getting rid of items inside of your home that bring upon bad energies. I see you guys getting rid of items in your home that may belong to someone who's deceased now. Clearing out that negative energy. Having a balance of yin and yang. But overall, just creating more balance. Organizing. Making things fit and flow. So that you guys can focus on having a sanctuary and really just focus about being comfortable with being alone, being happy with being in your own energy, and being happy with not relying on something else to be happy. Because if you're always searching for happiness outside of you, then you're never going to really find happiness within yourself because you're used to getting it from external forces. So be the happiness. This is going to be a month of, like I said, number 7's over here. And look, we have enlightenment. That's what number 7 is all about. Angel number 7 or number 7 in numerology is all about enlightenment. It's all about spiritual awareness. It's all about spiritual growth. It's all about leveling up, stepping on your own throne, crowning your own self, giving yourself what it is that you deserve, or self-realization of who you are and what it is that you deserve. It's not about greed. It's about value, right? It's not about lust. It's about love. It's the simple thing. It's not about fast-paced energy. It's not about comparing yourself to everybody. It's about the simplicity and just loving your favorite color. How much do you love your favorite color? What feeling does it give you when you wear your favorite color? How do you look in your favorite color? Right? It's about this enlightenment. It's about this wisdom. Something that was very dark. Something that was just hidden from you. Now you have the key. Now you unlocked it. And now it's bright. The temple is open for you. And the wisdom has been pushed out. It's no longer a secret of what was holding you back. You know what to do. And you know how to move forward. And you've got this. You're moving into new beginnings, right? This is a new beginnings for you. You're ready to start off fresh. Oh my goodness, you're not thinking about yesterday. You're not even thinking about tomorrow that much. You're thinking about right now. When you go for a walk, you're really actually looking at the grass. Oh wow, the grass looks greener today. Oh wow, the sun feels very nice today. What does it feel like to be in the right now? Wow, his or her voice is very soothing. Wow, I'm understanding so much right now. Like, what does it feel like right now? And that's where you can start to laugh with yourself. That's where all these new beginnings are going to occur for you. Fresh start, fresh energy, clearing out what doesn't serve you. On a material level, cleaning out what doesn't serve you, and that's going to impact you on a personal level, on a spiritual level. We also have protection here. You guys are focused on protecting your energy. Why? Because you love yourself. It is a month of self-love. It is a month of self-appreciation. It is a month of self-realization. It is a month of self-valuing. Now that you know how much you worth, now that you know how much you aren't going to tolerate, you also know that you need to show up for yourself in order to protect yourself. You need to show up for yourself in order to place a boundary on others, or in order to place a boundary on yourself. Man, my mood gets really bad when, you know, my home gets dirty, or my mood gets really bad when, you know, the stove ain't clean. So what am I going to do? I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to show up and I'm going to clean that stove after I dirty it, right? It's just the simple things of self-love and coming through to protect yourself, because you know you have your back. You know that if you feel worn out, that you're going to stretch. You know what you're going to do. You're going to be showing up to sage yourself. You're going to be showing, you're not waiting for somebody else to come in and protect you. You know what you can do, right? To protect yourself. And you guys have been waiting for this happiness. And you have the Eastern Bluebird, actually. It says Bluebird Spirit, but it's actually the Eastern Bluebird, to be, specific. Which I actually have a video on this beautiful bird. It says happiness here, but this bird, I've also seen this bird really come through, because y'all know I'm like an oracle. I've also seen this bird really come through in waves of my life when there's hope. Like, okay, it's not the end of the world no more. Like, it never was. There's hope. I have something to look forward to. I have something to look up to, right? So for you guys, the thing that you're looking forward to is making you happy. The thing that you're looking up to is making you happy. And that's yourself. You, your own self, are going to show up for yourself. And you're going to show up to make yourself happy. You're not relying on other people to make you happy. Now, this may come with a little bit of chaos, right? Because when you start to clear out negative energies inside your life, there may be some dark slithering, people, dark slithering energies, dark, I don't know what, just coming through because they see the change in you, or because you're not responding to them or reacting to them the way that you used to, right? So now they're just like, ooh, super curious, and they're like, I gotta figure this out. I gotta pick this person's brain, or maybe I'll slide a lie in there and gossip about them. Whatever it is, just know that you guys are in so much of this enlightenment energy, and as long as you remember the wisdom that you have, and as long as you remember that you have the keys to unlock your own higher power and your own higher wisdom, then you are stuck inside of that high vibrational energy. And as you're stuck inside that high vibrational energy, as you're showing up for yourself to create that environment of high vibrational energy and essence, you're carrying that around you all the time. So yes, you may have people that try to, get you down, but just, it's not going to work, because you know yourself. And that's what it comes down to. You being the alpha inside of your own life. Not that you have to dominate others, but you can be an alpha for yourself. You can be your own cheerleader, and you can be your own advocate, instead of being the advocate for everyone else, right? You also have prosperity here. So the prosperity is coming through to tell you guys that there's going to be a balance within your work life. There's going to be a balance within your work life. Especially because this is coming at the end of your reading. You'll see by the end of the month, you see the balance. You'll be able to notice when you're overworking yourself and when you need a break. And you will do that for yourself in order to be happy. You're going to see when it is that you need to work harder. You're going to see where it is that you need to put more effort towards. And you're going to get the job done. So you are creating more prosperity for yourself because you're working in the highest efficiency or the highest quality that you can work in. You're going to be producing high quality stuff, right? The honey's going to be very sweet. I'm also seeing for you guys as well a realization of how much work actually needs to get done. And where it is that you need to put your energy and where it is that you need to work and where the places that you've been working, there's going to be a light that's going to be shine on the places that you've been working that you've been exerting energy towards that you didn't need to exert your energy towards. That's also going to be realized this month. And for some of you, it may not be realized until the end of the month, but it's a key. You know, it's a key. It's not no setback. It's a realization. It's wisdom. Now you know what to do. Now you know how to move. So what a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful month this month. Prioritize yourself. Work out, stretch, do yoga. Focus on clearing your area, whether you work at an office, you're clearing your work area at your office. Whether you work from home, you're clearing your home. You're clearing your home for your family. You're clearing your home for yourself. You're clearing your friend circle. Oh my goodness, you auditioned for this one thing and they haven't called you back. Move on. Leave it behind. Because you know your worth and you know your value and you know that you actually are your own hustler. So you're going to create an opportunity for your own self. Or an opportunity will come to you if it's meant to be. So yes, thank you so much for tuning into this reading. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you're enjoying watching this right now. Share this video, comment below saying, oh my gosh, thank you so much. This really made some sense. I don't know what you guys are going to say, but say whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? I always read the comments. Whether I respond to them or not, I definitely always make sure that I read them, and I really appreciate you guys for that. If you are interested in a personal reading, which is going to give you way more in-depth guidance, way more in-depth clarity, because it's focused solely on you, go ahead and look inside the links inside the description box. The links will take you where you need to be, and you can easily schedule a reading with me, okay? Also, I have handmade crystal pendants on the website as well, so do check that out if you're looking for jewelry, and more importantly, if you're looking for high vibrational jewelry that are also a statement piece, okay? But yes, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and wish you a happy February, self-love February, and move on to the next sign. Welcome in, water elements. Thank you so much for tuning into your reading for the month of February. Yes, what do we have here for you guys? Look at that. Beauty. Pleasure. What gives you pleasure? What brings you pleasure? All right. What brings you pleasure? The downloads are already coming in very fast for water elements. Now remember, this can resonate with you if you have a moon sign in water, if you have a sun sign in water, or if you're a rising water element, then you may resonate with this as well. But do remember, this is still very general reading. So if you want a personal reading, you know where to find me. All right. So this is going to be for the water elements. It's just with Kepra, which is going to be Cancer, Set, Pisces, and then also it's going to be for Scorpio. Sorry, guys. All right. What is going to bring you pleasure? I'm seeing like somebody on Instagram, I'm seeing somebody on social media, focusing too hard on getting immediate pleasure, like immediate pleasure, getting pleasure that's like instant gratification, because you saw a video of paradise. You saw a video of this place that has the most perfect weather and the most perfect people and blah blah blah. Or you're watching somebody else's life and you're getting pleasure from other people's life experiences, right? But I'm seeing that this month is more so about you getting pleasure from yourself, or also about you finding what it is that brings you pleasure. Is it the beauty of life? Is it really watching other people enjoy life? Or is it you enjoying yourself? All right, so we do have nature spirits here. So there will be some signs for you guys for this month. The signs are going to be very clear. They're going to be very obvious. They're going to come into your face like boom. You're going to see the signs, the angel numbers, the animal totems. They're just going to come to you. They're going to be right in your face. You're just going to look up and it's going to be 1111. You're just going to look up and you're going to see 333. You're just going to look up and you're going to see 555. You're just going to look up and you're going to see 666, which is divine love, like seriously unconditional love. And really pay attention to these signs, right? This card also speaks about making sure that you're not being too forceful to other people this month. Making sure that you're not forcing other people too much and that you're giving them freedom. Now, if you're forcing other people too much, it could be because you yourself may feel like you don't have much freedom in your own life. So really just evaluate that. This is a general reading, so I'm just going off of the energies, but make sure that you don't have too much of a grip onto somebody. Whether you meant to or not, you may not realize it, but you may be overbearingly putting your energy or your thoughts or your opinions on other people like way too much and not even realizing that you're doing this. So it's really about, kind of like the reason why this is because these mountains here, these are elf people. And these mountains here are representative of, stability and all those things. But if people climb on the wrong rocks or the wrong mountains and stuff, nature will actually create mudslides or make people sick, or it'll actually cause people's crops not to grow. This is like a tale. This is like a myth. But however, it is still symbolic to our world. So be careful about what it is that you do to others because it could come right back to you. Whether you mean to or not, you may be too forceful with somebody in your life or too overbearing. I'm also seeing for you guys, you have whole self health. And this is it talks about the Ayurveda, way of living. But really, this is coming through to tell you guys about your health. Some of you need to look at your food that you're eating, pretty much. You see all these beautiful fruits within the environment. It's about having whole foods, right? It's about having whole self health. So it's about living a holistic life, making sure that you're eating all the elements, making sure that your food, you're eating some raw foods and your foods aren't always cooked down. Also, looking at what it is that you can take out of your diet, because there's a lot of people, inside society that are just trying to make money or that are just trying to be the first to be the next, Dr. Saibi, or just trying to gain that, just trying to gain that recognition and gain that title for themselves. So they may be spewing a bunch of information out. But at the end of the day, some of what they say is right and some of what they say might not be applicable for you. So now's the time for you to really pay attention to your body, because one person might be able to eat avocados a lot. Another person, in order to heal, they might have to eat something else. Or in order to get their body to where they need to be, they might actually need to eat more of one thing than the other. So this is about also paying attention to yourself and what your body needs, taking out the things that are causing restrictions within your body, within your digestive system, doing more of what's good for you and less of what's bad for you. This also comes through with your immediate environment, what it is that you are consuming on a daily basis. What type of things are you consuming? Are you always getting in, like a argument with your partner? If you're always getting in your argument with your partner, do you find yourself watching a lot of, reality soap operas or reality love shows? Because you may not realize that that might actually be influencing you on a subconscious level. Pay attention to what it is that you're listening to in your sleep. If you're gonna let, things play during your sleep, really, really consider whether that thing that's playing is good to be programmed inside of you or not. And even if it's good, is it in alignment with where your focus is in life right now? Okay, very important. So overall, you're going to be paying attention to really what it is that you're taking in. You find yourself arguing with your families a lot? Okay, well, maybe you're watching family arguments all day. Maybe you're watching some of these little TV shows, you know what I mean? Things like that, right? So really paying attention to that. Also, this month is also a time where you guys are realizing that you have the freedom to choose your own loves, dislikes, and all that. The question is, what brings you pleasure? What do you find yourself drawn to? Do you find yourself drawn to glittery, beautiful things? Do you find yourself drawn to brand new things? Do you find yourself drawn to clean looking things? Do you find yourself drawn to dirty looking things? Do you find yourself drawn to muddy looking things? What is it that gives you pleasure? Right? And understanding that so that you can understand whether you are under mind control or whether you are in freedom. And whether these are things that you really want to bring you pleasure in your life. What is going on? What brings you pleasure? Okay, you having nightmares about, you getting kidnapped? Well, then why'd you watch Law and Order for 20 years straight? Why are you watching true crime day in and day out? What is your routine? This is about holistic health. This ain't just what you eating. This is what you're taking in. This is what you're putting on your skin. This is what you're vibing with. You know what I mean? This is about love. So it's important to also understand with this card coming out that you are loved. Now you guys may have some kind of, because this is the second fairies card coming through. And with my personal experience, when I have seen fairies, and also what I've heard from other people as well, and even from people that have been around me, and we've seen the fairies together. I know it sounds kind of like, what? Especially if you haven't seen them before. But you will see almost like specks of dust. You see all these little dots and lights. I actually have it in one of my videos. It popped up. But all these little dots right here, that's like what you would call pixie dust, right? But basically, when fairies enter inside of your environment from another realm, these fairy entities, they sprinkle along with them pixie dust. And you may see little dots of lights. And I'm not talking about dots from your eyes because you didn't drink enough celery juice or because you haven't had enough good nutritionist foods. No, I'm talking about dots that is like you actually see it. It's not a layer on your eye. Like you actually see it within your realm and it's just floating. You might find yourself seeing those things. Know that when you see those things, even if you just see something really sparkly or pretty or something that's just really like, whoa, where did that come from? Know that this is the fairy. And she's coming through to tell you love. Love, love, love. She's coming in to tell you not to love yourself, right? That's important. But for you guys in particular, she's coming in to tell you that you are loved. That there's a bunch of people that are rooting for you that you may not know about. your ancestors, the past versions of you, whatever, your spirit guides. They're actually very proud of what you have accomplished. They're actually very proud of how much you've learned and how far you've come. Now it's up to you to know that, even if you feel alone, to know that you are loved, right? You're going to also discover new pleasures this month. Discover new things that make you feel like fulfilled. So we also have retreat here. So this is important with the fairy coming through because you may feel alone. You may be taking more time to yourself. You may have been around a lot of people a lot, I'm seeing. Or you may have been the type of person that maybe not everybody is an extrovert, right? But you may have been the type of person that maybe fed onto other people's energy too much. Water elements have the ability to adapt. You may be the type of person that may have adapted into environments, easily influenced or taking on other people's energies too much, to the point where you may not realize that you could have been overbearing on those people at times when you finally want the energy to go your way, or you may have been overbearing on your own self by letting yourself stay in a different energy that you didn't want to be in, just in order to, you know, blend in. So this is a time where you guys are learning to be alone. You guys need a break, especially during the middle of the month, right around the 15th. You're going to be like, need a break now. You're going to take the break. You're going to be by yourself. You're going to say, oh my goodness, I'm working for me. And you're really going to have time to really just focus on what it is that brings you pleasure. Focus on what it is that just rediscovering yourself, right? Water elements is not really talked about that much, but you guys need more isolation than I think is talked about, especially Set, Pisces. You guys really need a lot of alone time, especially Kepra, Cancer, the dung beetle. You are taking care of other people's needs so much. You're basically fertilizing and providing food for the eggs and the larva and the dung that the dung beetle creates, the Kepra. And you leave it alone. You bury it in a hole. That ball of larva and eggs that's surrounded by dung that you formed into a ball, you bury it in a hole, then you just go work on the next one, right? But the thing about that hole is there's bacteria in that hole. And what happens is that bacteria later seeps into the dung, the ball of dung, and when those little eggs are hatched within the dung, they already have sufficient amount of food to eat from. So the Kepra, which is the Cancer Twa sign, zodiac sign, you guys are providing a lot of nourishment for everybody else, but are you showing up for yourself? Pleasing everybody else. There may be a tendency of people pleasing that you may see within yourself. This isn't for everyone now, right? Okay, we also see Cirquet. When you devote yourself to somebody, when you devote yourself to your loved ones, you really devote yourself. You're ready to fight for them. You're ready to die for them. You're ready to go into the underworld, go into the darkest, muggiest, dirtiest places just for them because you know your tolerance level towards those energies. But do you have to? Right? So it's really about taking time alone, nourishing yourself, nurturing yourself, and showing up for yourself. All right. Overall, as well, you guys, we have knowledge just coming through. You're going to have a lot of ideas. You're going to be feeling very creative. I'm seeing 333 pop up for you. So you may have a lot of ideas. You may feel extremely creative. Make sure that you're focusing on that knowledge. Make sure that you guys are focusing on what it is that you want to focus on. Don't get so distracted by what's fancy and pretty. Don't get so distracted by escaping reality or escaping the task at hand. Don't fall too much into escapism, and make sure that you guys are focusing on what it is that you want to focus on, which is getting yourself in a healthy mindset, body, and environment. You will have wisdom this month. I mean, it's going to be pouring down on you like no other. This wisdom is going to be wisdom that's going to set you free, and it's going to show you how you don't have to feel trapped within your environment or trapped within fulfilling certain duties. This wisdom is going to really show you guys the truth of your situation. Show you guys a lot of truths this month, what things really are. And it's about you guys taking the strength, because it's not going to be easy. This is going to be a month where you're going to have to be extremely strong, because a lot of things are going to come to light for you, but you have to be willing to accept the truth for what it is. And sometimes that can be the hardest thing. But you have to move forward and see the value in. You have to see the value in accepting the truth. Right? So you're going to be creating the healthy environment for yourself. You're going to be creating the healthy patterns for yourself. You're going to be creating the pleasure for yourself and not seeking it from external places. Right? You can seek it from external places when you want, but you don't need to. Right? So thank you so much, Sir Cat, Sad, Capra. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys really like this video, make sure that you actually hit the like button and share the video, because that's also going to help to, push the video up to the forefront. If you want a personal reading that's way more personalized, go ahead and check out the link inside the description box, and that's where you'll be able to easily book and schedule a reading with me. I also have handmade crystal pendants on there that you can check out, which is really good for healing your energy and keeping you focused on a certain energy. So if you want to stay grounded, there's crystals for that. If you want to stay in high vibration, no frequencies, there's crystals for that, just to help you along your way. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys inside next video. Mwah. All right. Thank you guys so much. You can't see my face, but you see my parts of my necklace. But I'm here. I'll be doing more videos for you guys. Just stay tuned. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying yourself, and take care. Bye-bye.